So this is nothing but dividing. I mean splitting the string. If you want to split the string, you can try to split the string using which one? Partition. So partition is used here. So what is a partition is, for example, there is a string. The string contain, assume that there is a Python. Okay. Yeah, just to see what is a partition is. So there is a string which contain Python. So Python, comma, language. If you see this one, Python, or if you take anything, right? Suppose the string is having A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D, comma, E. If you take this is one string. If you take this is one string, the string contain how many characters? 1, 2, 3. All these are characters or not? Yes. Then what I'm doing is partition will return one list. Partition will return one list. I'm saying partition. So I should define one separator. So what is a separator I'm using? Comma. What is a separator I'm using here? Comma. The separator which I used here is a comma. So S1 dot partition. And what is the separator I used here? Comma. So what will happen? It will return one tuple. Sorry. Not partition, return tuple. So this is tuple, not a list. It will return tuple which contain the value before separator. What is the separator I use? Comma. It contain the value before separator and separator itself. And separator itself. And it is also written the value after separator. Partition will return three values. One is the value before separator and the value after separator, and one more is a separator itself. So here you are doing a partition at which place? Comma. And before comma, what is there here? A. And after comma, what is there here? B, C, D, E. And there is a comma itself. So can you say the comma is a separator or not? Yes. So it returns a tuple which contain the value before separator, after separator, and separator itself. Separator itself. So that you can join this later. But this is how the partition is done. But partition will search for the separator from left to right. Partition will search for the separator from left to right. Now then next one is, there is str dot replace. Okay, replace is there. But I said string is a mutable or immutable? Immutable. So after doing the replacement, where the replacement will be done in new string. Where the replacement will be done in new string. So return a copy of the string with all occurrences. Return a copy of the string with all occurrences of substring. Old replaced by what here? New. Return a copy of the string with all occurrences of substring. Old replaced by the new. If the optional argument count is given, only the first count occurrences are what? Replaced. Only first count occurrences are what? Replaced. So return a copy of the string with all occurrences. of substring old replaced by which one? New. So if you want to replace, find replace. If you want to replace it, you can replace it by using which method? Replace method. Now this is useful when you're developing editors. For example, notepad is there. Whatever you type in the notepad, whatever you enter inside the notepad, this is treated as one string or not? Yes. Okay, because notepad is which editor? Text editor. Can you say this is complete string or not? Yes. Now you read this string and here you have an option called which one? Replace. So replace, find what and replace with what? So it means you are trying to replace the content of this string by using which method? Replace method. So that is useful when you're developing editors like this. When you're developing editors like this, so str.replace old comma new and it followed by count. Okay, there is a old is there and there is a new is there and there is also which one here? Count. So return a copy of the string with all occurrences of substring old replaced by which one? New. So old string is replaced by the new string. If the optional argument count is given, only first count occurrences are what? Replace. It means you can also define how many replacements you want to do it. You can also define how many replacements you want to do it. And that is done by using which one here? Count. That is done by using which one? Count. So assume that there is one string which contain suppose which is having some Python. So Python, Java. Okay, C is there. All right. Okay, so there is str1 having Python, Java, C, and C++, and again Java. Again, I just take this as which one? Jython. And again, I've taken which one? Java. Okay, now this is my string. And I want to string, inside this string, I want to replace all these Javas with, I want to replace Java with what here? Python. I want to replace Java with the Python. But replacement is not done in the same string. Replacement is not done within the same string. The replacement is done always in the new string. Replacement is not done in the same string. The replacement is done always in the new string. str1.replace. Okay, str1.replace. What is the old? The old is Java. Okay, old is Java and new is which one here? Python. So wherever Java is there, it will try to replace the Java with what here? Python. But is it replacement is done in the original string? No. The replacement is not done in the original string. The replacement is done in the new string. The replacement is not done in the original string. The replacement is done in what? New string, right? So if you print str1, so this is str1. And if you print str2, okay, this is str2 where Java is replaced. Where Java is replaced with what here? Python. Where Java is replaced, Java is been replaced with what here? Python. Okay, so we try to print str1 as well as what here? str2, right? And you can also define the number of replacements. For example, str3 equal to str1 dot replace. I want to replace Java with Python again, but I want to replace only two occurrences. I said here two. What is the two here? Count. So how many replacements I want to do? Only two replacements. But Java is there how many times? Three times. But how many times it will do the replacement? Only two times. So, but is it third Java is replaced or not replaced? Not replaced. Third one is not replaced. Now, if I'm trying to say print str3, Now str3 is having Python, Python and Python. But is it this has been replaced here? No. Ring on. So you can also define how many replacements you want to do it. But if there is no string for replacement, it will return empty string. If there is no string for replacement, it will return the same string. Same string it will return. For example, str4 equal to str1 dot replace. I want to replace Oracle. Is it Oracle is there in this string? No. Oracle is not there in the string. I want to replace Oracle with some .NET. Is it Oracle is there inside this string? No. Then what will happen? Will it return the string as it is or not? Yes. So what is str4 here? Python, Java, C, C++, Java, Jython, and one more is what? Java. Getting on? Okay. So if there is no string for replacement, if there is no string for replacement, it will return the string what? As it is. It will return the string as it is without doing any changes because there is no string for what here? Replacement. There's no string for the replacement. Okay. That is called as which one? Replace. Then next one is rfind is there. Rfind. So there is a finder, there is a find is there and there is a rfind is there. So find will search from left to right and return the first index. Find will search from where? Left to right and return the first index. And rfind will search from the right to left. Suppose if you take same thing. Suppose if you take an editor called Notepad. In Notepad, so there is a find is there. Okay, in Notepad you find you have an option called which one? Find. Find is there. In find you have a two directions, right? One is up and one more is what? Down. Down means you search from left to right. Means from top to which one? Bottom, which is nothing but left to right. If I'm saying suppose up is nothing but searching from right to left, means from bottom to which one? Top. Okay, suppose if you take this is one string, if you take this is one string, you may search from top to bottom. You must search from top to bottom, which is nothing but left to right. But left to right searching can be done using find. And right to left can be done by using rfind. Rfind will return the last index, but find will return what? Index. Okay, find will return the starting index, but rfind will return the last index. So where it is find, the position that is written by rfind. So rfind is there. So this will do the searching from right to left and return the last index. Return the last index. So what is the meaning of this is? Now see the return the highest index. Last index means what? Highest index in the string where substring sub is found. Return the highest index in the string where the substring sub is found such that sub is contained within the string slicing notation. Optional arguments start and end are interpreted as a slice notation and return -1 when it returns -1 if it is not found. When it is written -1, if it is not found, if it is not found, what it returns here? -1. If it is not found, what it returns here? -1. If the string is not found. Okay. So this is which one here? rfind. So there is a find and there is also which one? rfind. Two things are there. There is a find is there and one more is what? rfind is there. Okay. Right. So again, I'm taking str1. So str1 is having again Python, Java, and again Python. Now again I write here C++, and again I write here something like which one here? Oracle. For example, I'm writing I1 equal to str1 dot find. I want to find which one here? Python. So Python, so find will search from where? Left to right. So where the Python is available in the first position or not? So what is the first position here? 0. Is it Python is available in first position or not? Yes. So this first position is called as which one? 0. If I'm saying print I1, what is the value of I1 here? 0. So that is nothing but index. What is the index it is written? 0. Is it this is the first position or not? Yes. If I'm writing I2 equal to str1 dot find, r find, r find, okay, r find, and it followed by which one? Python. Now, will it search from left to right or right to left, right to left and return this index? Okay, now this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what is the index written here? 12. Because this is searching is done from left to right or right to left, right to left. Now, in this case, if I say I2, what is the value of I2 here? 12. What is the value of I2 here? 12. So this means this is searching from left to right. This is searching from left to right. And this is searching from where? Right to left. This is searching from left to right. And this is searching from where? Right to left. Right? So that is where you find the difference between find as well as what? Or find. Even you can also define the position. You can also define the position from where to where you want to search. Okay, R find. I want to search for the Python. I want to search for the Python from, I can give the starting index. What is the starting index I'm giving is 15, but I'm not given ending index. So it means it starts searching 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. From here onwards, it will search right side. But is it Python is there in this string? No. Python is not there within the string, right? Now, what is my string? HON, C++ and Oracle. In this string, is it Python is there or not there? Not there. But it will search from where? Right to left. So if it is not there, what it returns here? -1. If it is not there, what is the value it returns here? -1. If it is not there, it returns what? -1, right? Okay, so this is searching from left to right and searching from right to left. But this both will return what here? Index. This both will return what here? Index. So one is a first index and one more is a last index. One is a first index and one more is a last index, right? Then next one is, so R index is there. Both are same, but this will raise which one? Error. R find and R index both are same, but this will raise this error if there is no string found. If there is no string found, then it will generate what here? Error. If there is no string found, then it generates what? Error. So you are trying to use which one? R index. So R index, like R find, but rises. It is just like a R find, but rises which error? Value error. Like R find only, but rises which error? Value error when the substring is sub is not found. When the substring sub is not found, then it rises which error? Value error. Okay, so value error is raised. Okay, but rather than returning -1, but here it is written -1. For example, I'm saying I equal to str1 dot r find. I want to find out MySQL. Is it MySQL is there or not there? Not there. But is it generated error? No. It is not generated error, but rather than it is written -1. But if I'm writing I equal to str1 dot r index, and if I'm writing MySQL, so it is searching for MySQL from right to left and written what here? Index. But is it MySQL is there or not there? Not there. Then it generates what? It generates what here? error. So what is the error? It is generated a value error, substring not a found. Generated which error here? Value error. The string is not found. The string is not found, right? So that is where you find a difference between this both. So this is str1 again. But generally you try to avoid the errors. Because of that, most of the times for finding you'll try to use r find, but rather than using which one? R index. Why? Because R index in application development, if it is not available, then it generates which error? Value error. So that value error can be avoided using R find. R find is there. And there is one more function called write justification. So write justification. So write justification is alignment. So we have seen left justification. So left alignment, right alignment, and center alignment. Okay, left alignment, right alignment, and one more is what? Center alignment. Okay, this alignment is always done within the given width. This alignment is always done within the given width. Okay, so while displaying it, you want to display it with some alignment, right? You want to display it with some alignment. Now return the string right justified in a string of length width. Okay, return the string. Okay, return the string right justified in a string of length width. Padding is done using the specified fill character. If you don't give the fill character, then it will try to fill with what? Spaces. If you don't give the fill character, it will try to fill with what? Spaces, right? Fill with the spaces. The original string is written if the width is less than or equal to what? Length. Original string is written if the width is less than or equal to what? Length. So that is right justification is nothing but right alignment. ఏమైంది ఒంట్లో బాగాలేదా? బాగాలేదా? బాగానే ఉన్నావా? మంచిగా కూర్చో మరి. అప్పుడే ముసలోడా అయిపోయినావా? కింద ఏముందమ్మా? ఏం లేదా? నేనే ఉన్నానా? కూర్చో. నేను వినమ్మా, పైన చెప్తున్నా కదా నేను. రామాయణ మహాభారతం చెప్తలేను నేను. ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తాను? దగ్గరనేనా దూరమా? ఎక్కడంట? బేగంపేట్, ఫిలిం నగరా? పాష్ ఏరియా నుంచి వస్తున్నాను. అంత యాక్టర్స్ అంతా అక్కడనే ఉంటారా? అక్కడ హాస్టల్ ఉంటావా? వెళ్ళేనా? ఓనో మనమే కాదు, అందరు ఉంటారా? మరి ఏందమ్మా? మంచిగా చదువుకోవాలి. చదువుకుంటే జాబ్ వస్తుంది. జాబ్ వస్తే మళ్ళీ ఫిల్మ్ నార్లు ఇంకోటి కొనుక్కోవచ్చు. ఏమి రైట్ జస్టిఫైడ్. సో రిటర్న్ ద స్ట్రింగ్ right justified in a string of length width. Now padding is done using the specified fill character. So openings, I'm posting openings, right? Python openings. Yesterday also I posted one. Okay, so just to try to apply, I mean, yes, if you want to see how the interview process is, okay, now If you want to see, you just apply and see it, how you are, at what level you have a subject. Uh, you can test yourself. You can test yourself by just applying it, right? So last week also I posted two. Last week also there is a two things are done last week also, right? So try to attend. Okay. So now openings or companies are coming to Naresh IT. You can utilize now any graduates. So there is no particular stream, right? Anyone can apply it. You must have a graduation. That's it. Okay. So just apply and see it. What kind of questions they'll ask. But first round is aptitude. First round is aptitude, and second is what, technical, right? Okay. So first round is, so that is, you have to prepare for that. But some companies, they don't ask aptitude. Directly they ask for technical. But some companies, they ask for what, which one? Aptitude. But freshers means aptitude is compulsory. Okay. Freshers aptitude is compulsory, but experience not required. So directly which round? Technical round. So even experienced person doesn't require to write a program also, because they'll ask you most of the things on the projects. Okay. Whatever projects you write, done, and role in that project, how you develop, which architecture is used, all these things they'll ask it, right? Okay. So return the string, write justified in a string of length width. But this is this is only when you're doing alignments. For example, student dictionary is there. There is a student dictionary which contains some name and okay, so name and the course. Okay, student dictionary is having name and course. Now this is a course of the student. Okay, this is the name of the student. And this is a course of the student. This is the name of the student. And this is a course of the student again. So name of the student. And the course of the student. Name and course. So this is the key, and this is what here value, right? Is the key and values, right? Now I want to generate the report by reading this name and course, but I want to generate the tabular report. So I read the content of the dictionary, student dictionary dot items, student dictionary dot, sorry, for name, comma, course in student dictionary dot items. So I'm trying to read the name. I try to print a name. So name dot, which justified here, left justified. So names are left justified with the width of 10 or with the width of 15, comma, I try to display the course dot, and course are which justified, right justified. I just use which one, right justified, and this is given again 15, right? If you print it, but this is having 15. Now this see, this is 1 2 3, because here you can see the spaces this side, because this total width is how much here, 15, and within the 15 where is a Python at right side or not? Yes. Within this 15 where is a C++ at right side or not? Yes. Within this width where is a C language, right side or not? Yes. But this is flow of text will be from left to right, and here the flow of text will be from right to left. Here from left to right, and here is from right to left. Here is from left to right and here is from right to left, right? Suppose if you want to fill with some character for name, comma, course in STUD dictionary dot items. Okay, so I'm trying to display the name. So name dot left justification. I want to fill with some character called star. I want to fill the spaces with the stars. And there is a course dot left justification and 15. And I want to fill with which one here? Dollar. So now you can left only, right? But I need to change this to right. So this is justification, right justification. Okay, course dot right justified. So 15 and leading or trailing spaces I want to fill with what? Dollar here. Now you can see. So this flow of text is right side, and this trailing spaces are filled with what here? Dollars. And there is a C++ and before this you have which one? Dollars. And there is a C language and before this what you have here? Dollars. There's a .NET and before this there is what again? Dollars, like this. But in the previous case, what you have here? Spaces. But now here it is filled with which one? Dollars. But what is the width of each column here? 15. What is the width of each string here? 15. Within that, your string is taken how many characters? 6. Then remaining all are what? Stars. This total width is 15 and within that how many characters it is? 6 characters and remaining all are what here? Dollars. So this is alignment. This is what here? Alignment. So even you can use center alignment by using a method called center. Even you can have a center alignment by using what here? Center. Okay, so you can also have center alignment by using center here, right? Okay, then next method is str dot r partition. Str dot r partition. Partition is there. Partition will search for the separator from left to right. Partition will search. Partition will search for the separator from left to right. Partition will search from the separator from left to right. But R partition will search for the separator from right to left. Okay, partition will search for the separator from left to right. But R partition will search for the separator from right to left. So split the string at the last occurrence of the separator. But partition is the first occurrence of the separator. Okay, split the string at the last occurrence of the separator and return a tuple contain how many values? 3 values. 3 tuple containing the part before the separator itself and the part after the separator. If the separator is not found, return a 3 tuple containing 2 empty strings followed by the string itself. If it is not there, right? If the separator is not found, return a 3 tuple containing 2 empty strings followed by the string itself. So that you can call it as which one? R partition. That is called as R partition, right? Just to see a difference between partition and R partition. For example, string is there. A comma B comma C comma D comma E. Suppose if I am writing str1 dot partition. So partition will search from left to right or right to left to right. So this is a separator and it will do the partition. Now if you see T1, so this is the first separator is a comma. So partition will return the tuple which contain the value before separator. So what is the value before separator here? A. And what is the separator here? Comma. And the value after separator. What is the value after separator? B, C, D, and E. This is value after separator. But here it is trying to search from where left to right. But if I am using T2 equal to str1 dot R partition. R partition, and I am using which one? Comma. Is it searching is done from left to right? No. Searching is done from right to left. And this is the last occurrence or not? Yes. Then it will return the tuple which contain the value before separator. What is the value before separator? A, B, C, D. And what is the separator here? Comma. And what is the value after separator? E. What is the value after separator? E. Now you can see last occurrence. Here it is what? First occurrence. Here it is what? Last occurrence. So that is E, and then comma, and then ABC. But first occurrence A, and then comma, rest of the things. Okay. Yes. That is a difference between a partition and one more is what? R partition. So only the thing is searching from left to right, searching from left to right, searching from right to left, searching from left to right, and searching from right to left. So that is called as a partition, and one more is a R partition. That is called as a partition, and one more is a R partition, right? And next one is there is a R split. R split is there. There is a split and there is a R split. There is a split and there is also which one? R split. Now this is also searching for which one? Separators. So dividing a string or splitting the string. Dividing the string or splitting the string. You are trying to split the string by using which one here? R split. You are trying to split the string by using which one? R split. str dot R split. What is the separator is taking? None. So return a list of words in the string. Return the list of words in the string using the separator as a delimiter string. If maximum splits is given, at most, maximum splits are done. The rightmost ones, if separator is not specified or none, what is the default separator it takes? Space. What is the default separator it takes here? Space. Just try to see here. The difference between split and R split. Okay, for example, str1 is there. Suppose there is a str1. Now this is when you find the difference is when you have different types of separators. If it is only one separator, suppose if I'm writing A comma B comma C comma D comma E, if I'm writing L1 equal to str1 dot split. What is the separator? What is the separator? It uses space. But is it any space is there here? No. Then I try to use a separator as what here? Comma. Then it will try to split into how many strings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you print L1, so L1 is having how many strings? 5 strings. Suppose I am saying L2 equal to str1 dot R split. str2 dot R split. Again I give what here? Comma. Again I've given comma, and if I say L2, is it output of L1 and L2 both are same or different? Same. So why? Because see here the delimiters are what here? Same. Now this is separated with what? Comma. Separated with what? Comma. Separated with what? Comma. So in this case, is it written the same thing or different thing? Same thing. But when will you find the difference is if you have a multiple different separator. For example, str2 is there. str2 equal to a comma b, a comma b. As is right here, a comma b. What is the separator? A comma b space. Okay, c. Okay, space d and comma e, and comma f, comma e and comma f. Right? So if you take this is my string. If you take this is my string, I'm saying L1 equal to str2 dot split. So where I want to split is, I want to split at comma. So will it searching this commas are done from left to right or not? Yes. Now you can see A is one string and BCD is one string and E is one string and F is what? Another string. But what will happen if I'm writing L2? L2 equal to L2 equal to str2 dot split, str2 dot r split. If I say str2 dot r split and if I say comma, will it display the same output or not? Yes. Here also displayed the same output. But when you find the difference here is when you do maximum number of splits. Maximum number of splits. For example, I'm writing str2 dot split, str2 dot split at which one? Comma, and maximum number of splits is what here? 1. So how many splits I want to do it? 1. Means how many commas it will search? Only 1. Then this is one string and this complete thing is, okay, this is one string and this complete thing is another string or not? Yes. So in this case, L1 is having how many strings? 2 strings. What is the first one? A, and remaining is one more string or not? Yes. But if I'm saying L2 equal to str2 dot r split, and what is the separator? Comma and 1. R split means where it will search from right downwards. Now in that case, this is one string and this is what here? Another string. But in split, this is one string and this is what here? Another string. But in R string, this is one string and this is what here? Another string. Because searching is done from where? Right downwards. Okay, now you find when you define maximum number of splits. Until unless you don't define maximum number of splits, you cannot find. Okay, until unless you don't define maximum number of splits, then you cannot find difference between split and what is that? R split. You don't find the difference between split and R split, right? Just see this one here is, yeah, this is an example. So this is an example for R split. Next one is R strip is there. Okay, R strip is there. Means deleting. Is nothing but deleting, right? str dot R strip is there. So return a copy of the string. Return a copy of the string with trailing characters removed. Okay, this will return a copy of the string with trailing characters removed. The character argument is a string specifying the set of characters to be removed. So the character argument is a string specifying the set of characters to be removed. If omitted or none, the character argument defaults toward removing spaces. Yesterday I said, we have seen yesterday L strip. Yesterday we have seen L strip, but this is which one here? R strip, right? So the characters argument defaults to removing what? White spaces. The character argument is not a suffix, rather than all combination of its values are removed. I said no, in application development where it is used. I said by default, when you give some inputs, you may give inputs by giving some spaces at left side, by giving some inputs, by giving some spaces at what? Right side, by giving some spaces at left side, or by giving some spaces at which one? Right side. And while comparing the data, you want to remove the spaces which are there at which side? Right side. What will happen? Suppose in application development, assume that there is string 1 is there and string 1 is Ramesh, and there is some spaces at right side or not? Yes. Okay, there is a string 2 is there, which is Ramesh. Now S1 is Ramesh and S2 is also Ramesh. And if I'm saying S1 double equal to S2, is it written true or false? False. Is it written true or false? False it is written, because is it spaces or characters or not? Yes. But I want to compare it by removing this spaces. I want to compare it by removing the spaces. Then what I'm doing? L strip. If I say S1 dot L strip double equal to which one? S2. But what this L strip is doing by default, it will remove all the spaces and it will return only the string as what? Ramesh. Now is it Ramesh is equal to Ramesh? What I mean? L strip or R strip? R strip. R strip. Okay, R strip double equal to what is that? S2. So right side, right? Not left side. We are trying to remove from where? Right side. And after removing, is it written true or false? True. So L strip will remove from left side and R strip will remove from where? Right side. L strip removed from left side and R strip will remove from where? Right side. But this is not only remove only spaces, it will also remove all characters. For example, S3 equal to NIT, not only having spaces, some characters. Okay, star star. Okay, some dollar. Okay, hash and again star, and there is a at the rate. There is a hash. So I want to remove all these characters which are there at which side? Right side. Some junky characters which are there at which side? Right side. Then how can I remove these characters which are there at right side? I can write S4 equal to S3 dot, what is this here? R strip. I need to write R strip. The list of characters you want to remove. I want to remove hash. I want to remove dollar. I want to remove which one? Star. I want to remove which one? At the rate. So then it will start searching. It will start searching. What is the first character here? Hash. Is it hash is there or not? Yes. Delete it. Then it will search for which one? At the rate. Is it at the rate is there or not? Yes. Delete it. Then it will search for star. Is it star is there or not? Yes. Delete it. And then it will search for hash. Is it hash is there or not? Yes. Delete it. Then it will search for dollar. Is it dollar is there or not? Yes. Delete it. And search for star. Is it star is there or not? Yes. Delete it. And again star. Is it star is there? Yes. Delete it. And then search for which one? T. Is it T is there or not there? Not there. It will stop. Suppose if star is there in between, suppose N star IT is there, N star IT is there. Is it that star get deleted or not deleted? Not deleted. Getting on. So it will delete only from where? Right side. It will delete only from where? Right side. Now this is S3 and this is what here? S4. And what is the value of S4 here? N8. Okay, right. Now this is not only remove, this is not only remove spaces, this is not only remove spaces, it is also remove, it is not only remove spaces, it is also remove some special characters. So that is called as R strip. And split already I said this, split. R split, it will search from where? Right to left. And split will do from where? Left to right. But you can find the difference only if you define maximum number of splits. You can find the difference if you define the maximum number of splits. So then str dot starts with, we have seen starts with, ends with. The beginning I said about ends with, but this is here starts with. There is a ends with and there is a starts with. str dot starts with, now there is a prefix and there is a start and end. So you want to filter. Now you want to find out. So return true if the string starts with the prefix. Return true if the string starts with what here? Prefix. Otherwise it will return what? False. Return true if the string starts with the prefix. Otherwise it will return what? False. And prefix can also be a tuple of prefixes to look for. So prefix can also be a tuple of prefixes to look for with optional start. So test string beginning at that position with optional end. Stop comparing string at that position. Now this is nothing but you want to compare. Now this is nothing but slice notation. This is nothing but which notation? Slice notation, where you define the starting index as well as what? Ending index. You try to define two things. One is the starting index and one more is what? Ending index. So that is called as which one here? Starts with. So that is called as a starts with. That is called as a starts with here. Starts with. Now suppose this is useful when you're trying to filter the data, right? For example, names are there. There is a list of names. Okay, there is a list of names. Assume that you have some names. So you have a list of names. So like this, you have a list of names. So this is a names list. I want to filter the names whose name starts with R. I want to filter the names whose name starts with what here? R. I want to filter the names whose name starts with what here? R. For name in names, and I'm writing if name dot starts with which one? R. If the name starts with R, it will return true. If the name starts with R, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. So this starts with return Boolean value that can be either true or false. So if name dot starts with R, print that name. So print that name. So how many names starts with R? 2 names. So I can use number of prefixes for name in names. If name dot starts with, I want to filter the names whose name starts with R, whose name starts with what here? K. Now I want to filter all the names. Means I want to display all the names whose name starts with R or whose name starts with what? K. So print name. So there are two. So these are the names which starts with the R or what is that? K. But you have to define this as a tuple. You want to compare this name starts with either R or what? K. But you are representing this inside what here? Tuple. Now this is useful when you're trying to filter the data. This is useful when you're trying to filter what? Data. So you're doing it by using which one? Starts with. This is a function called starts with. And there is one more which is called a strip. There is one more function called strip here. Now this is deleting. Now R strip is from right side and L strip is from left side, and this strip is from both ends. It will delete the characters which are found at left side as well as what? Right side. It will delete the things which are exist at the left side as well as what? Right side. So for that, you are trying to use one method or function called which one? Strip. So return a copy of the string with leading and trailing characters. Return a copy of the string with leading and trailing characters what? Removed. So the characters argument is a string specifying the set of characters to be removed. If it is omitted or none, the character argument defaults to removing which one? Spaces. This character argument default to removing which one here? Spaces. Removing spaces, right? Now see here. For example, so there is a string one is there, and string one is having spaces at left side and spaces at which one? Right side. And I want to compare this string one with what? String two. So what is the value of string one? Ramesh. What is the value of string two? Ramesh. But if you see this, this is having some spaces at at left side as well as what? Right side. Means leading spaces as well as what? Trailing spaces. Leading spaces as well as what? Trailing spaces. And I want to remove this leading and trailing spaces. Then what will I do? I'll say str3 equal to str1 dot. What is the name of the method? Strip. Now, if you say print str1, if you see str1, can you find the spaces or not? Yes. If I say print str3, can you find any spaces now? No. If I'm writing now str1, if I'm writing str3, str3 equal to which one? str2. Will it return true or false? True. If I'm writing str1 double equal to str2, will it return true or false? False. Why? Because it is having which one? Spaces. So what will happen in application development? When after developing application, when you give your application to the end user, he may input the data by giving some spaces at left side as well as what? Right side. But whatever mistake done by the end user, you have to remove that. Okay, while comparing it, because that is a mistake which is done by whom? End user. By mistakenly press what? Space and enter the name. But when I'm trying to store it, I want to store it by removing spaces which are there at left side, by removing spaces which are there at what? Right side. Why? Because space is also one character. Space is also one character. Maybe that might be leads to what? Unnecessary wastage of what? Memory. So even that can be avoided by removing this leading and trailing spaces. This leading and trailing spaces, both the sides, leading and trailing spaces by using a method called which one? Strip. By using a method called which one here? Strip, right? So that is a strip is the method. Return a copy of the string with leading and trailing characters. Leading means left side. Trailing means what here? Right side. Okay, right? Now it is not only remove that, it is also remove other characters. But here I didn't define any character to be removed. By default, it will try to delete which characters? Only space. But suppose assume that there is a star, dollar, okay, star and percentage, okay, hash is there. And you have you have which one? NIT, and there is a ampersand, hash, dollar, okay, at the rate, dollar. Now this is the characters which are there at left side, and these are the characters which are there at what? Right side. I want to remove these characters which are there at left side and what? Right side. Then I'm trying to say str1 dot, str1 dot. What is that here? Strip. So what characters I want to remove which are found at left side as well as right side? Now there is a star and there is a dollar and there is a hash. There is a hash and there is a at the rate, and there is what? Percentage, and there is ampersand. Now this character, it will search from left as well as right. So first it will search from left. Now is the star is there or not there? Yes. No problem. Give a space. What is there here? Star is there. Star is there or not? Yes. So star is there. It will delete. Dollar is there. Yes. Delete. And star is there. Delete. Percentage is there. Delete. And hash is there. Delete. And n is there. No. It will stop. Then search at right side. At the rate is there. Yes. Delete it. Hash is there. Delete. Ampersand is there. Delete. T is there. No. It will stop. Now, what is str1? Some with some junk characters at left side as well as right side. But if I'm saying print str2, what is the value of str2 here? N8. What is the value of str2 here? N80. Getting or not? Okay. Yes. Suppose I'm writing str3. Now you want to remove both. Okay. Now star star. Okay. Star star space is there. Spaces are there and N80. And there is a again spaces and then again star star. Okay, then I want to remove both spaces as well as what? Stars. str3 dot strip. Okay, now I want to remove whatever I want to remove star as well as which one? Space. So I just print str3. This is str3 and this is what here? str4, which is having only N80. Is it removed stars as well as what? Spaces. So it is not only remove one combination. It is not only remove one, it remove what? Combinations, right? So this is removing spaces as well as characters, both. Then next one is, there is str dot swap case. So this is str dot swap case. Swap case is there. Now return a copy of the string with uppercase characters converted to. Return a copy of the string with uppercase characters converted to which case? Lowercase and vice versa. Uppercase characters converted to lowercase and vice versa. Now that is done by using a method called which one? Swap case. Return a copy of the string with uppercase characters converted to lowercase and vice versa. So that is done by using which method here? Swap case. So this is swap case means by mistakenly. Suppose assume that I've just written by mistakenly, I've written n is in a small and ARESH is in what? Capital. By mistaken. This is a keyboard mistake, right? Then I want to convert this small letter to what? Capital. And remaining all are in which one? Small. Then I'll say str2 equal to str1 dot. What is this here? Swap case. And if you see str1, this is str1 and this is str2. So wherever uppercase is there, it converts into which case? Lowercase. Suppose A, B, and this is C, and this is D, and this is E. Okay, now A is uppercase, B is a lowercase, C is a uppercase, D is a lowercase, E is a uppercase. If I say swap case, okay, inverse it, str3 dot. What is the method here? Swap case. Will it do inversion of this or not? Yes, this is str3 and this is what here? str4. So this is uppercase converted to which one? Lowercase. This is lowercase converted to which one? Uppercase. So that you can call it as swap case. Now swap case generally is used to avoid these keyboard mistakes. Keyboard mistakes means you don't think about caps lock. Caps lock is on. By mistakenly you type it and submit it. When you submit it, then in my application it should convert it, right? It should convert into a proper case. It should convert into what? Proper case. But how it will convert into a proper case? By using a method called which one? Swap case. By using a method called which one? Swap case. Now that is str1 dot, str1 dot. What is the name of this? Swap case, right? Then next one is title case. Title case means every word, first letter should be what? Capital. What is a title case is every word first letter will be converted into what? Capital. str dot title. Return a titled case version, title cased version of the string where words start with an uppercase character and remaining characters are in which case? Lowercase. Remaining characters are in which case? Lowercase. For example, there is a names list is there. There is a names list which contain the names. Ready or not? Which contain the names. For example, some Rama Rao is there. Okay, this is one name which contain first name as well as last name. Okay, some Rajesh Reddy is there. Okay, these are two names out there. So I want this to be displayed in which case? Title case. For name in which one? Names. And I'm saying print name dot which one? Title. So title means every word first letter will be in which case? Capital. Every word first letter is in which one? Capital. Every word first letter is in capital. Now that is called as which case here? Title case. Every word first letter is capital and that is called as a title case. Okay. The next one is, okay. So all these are string methods. I already said what is the meaning of translate. Okay, translating one string to what? Another string. So that can be done by using which method here? Translate method. Translating one string to another string can be done by using which method? Translate method. Translate. So str dot uppercase. Now converting string from lowercase to which case? Uppercase is done by using str dot lowercase to uppercase is done by using str dot which one here? Upper. Lowercase to uppercase is done by using a method called str dot upper. Now this is very simple, right? So if you have a string with a Python in lowercase string and str2 equal to str1 dot, this is a string which is there in which case? Uppercase. str1 is a Python and str2 is also Python, but this is a string in which case? Lowercase, and this is a string in which case? Uppercase. So there is one more is there. Okay, there is one more which is called as so there is one more is there. So what is it? Another one is Z fill. So what is there is here? Z fill is there. Z fill. There's one more is there, which is called as Z fill. Okay, what is Z fill is? Zero fill. Z fill is nothing but what here? Zero fill. What is Z fill is? Zero fill. It's the last method, right? So str dot Z fill. Yes. Str dot Z fill. Z fill is nothing but zero fill. Now this is when the string contain number. If the string contain number and you want to display the number with one equal width. You want to display the number with equal width. If the width is less than, I want to fill with what? Zeros. I want to fill with what? Zeros. At which side? Left side, not right side. If it is right side, value change. Okay. So the zeros are filled at which side? Left side. Not at the right side, but it will try to fill at which side? Left side. Left side, it will fill it. So you have a strings. Okay, there is a strings. There is a list of strings. So there is a list of strings which is having some. Assume that 150 is one string, and 1450 is another string, right? So string. All these are the functions belongs to the strings, and strings are applied only on string methods are applied only on strings, right? So this is a string, but this string contain which value? Number. This is a string, but this string contain which value? Number. Now I want to display all this with equal width. So what is the maximum width number here? 5. And remaining all also I want to display with a width of what? 5. Then what will I do? I'll say, I'll read each time one string from the list. I'll read each time one string from the list, and I'm saying string dot Z fill. Okay, string dot Z fill. What is the maximum width here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, but this string is having the width of 3. Then remaining 2 are what? Zeros. And this string is having width of 4. Remaining 1 is what? 0. And this string is having width of 2. Then remaining 3 are what? Zeros. And this string is having width of 5. It will display as it is. And this string is having the width of 1. Then remaining are what? Zeros. Remaining 4 are what? Zeros. And you can see. So there is a zeros filled at which side? Left side. There is zeros filled at which side here? Left side. So that you can call it as which one here? Zero fill. Z fill means what here? Zero fill. So that is when you're trying to display with the given width. Yes. Now this is the method called Z fill, which is called as zero fill. Zero fill character. This is also called which one? Zero fill. Zero fill is there, right? And then so these are A, B, C, D up to what? Z. So all the methods we have seen. Okay. Yes. Now these are the functions of which class here? String. So a lot of methods are there in the string, and we have seen almost all the methods related with what? String, right? Then next we'll go for next we'll talk about working with the next we'll talk about working with the functions. We'll try to see working with the functions. Okay, now this is a strings and a list collection, tuple set, dictionaries. What is the next one here? Functions. So what is the next topic you have? Functions. So functions, yes. So what you learn in functions is, you learn all this in functions. Oh, okay, no problem. So content, you can see that. But what you learn in function is, what is function? Advantages of using which one? Functions. A syntax of writing a function, calling or invoking the function, and classification of functions. No arguments and no return value. With arguments and no return value. With arguments and with return value. No arguments and with return value. Recursion and Python arguments type functions. Default argument function. Required argument function. Keyword argument function. Variable argument function. And there is a pass keyword in functions. And there is a lambda functions or anonymous functions. Nested functions. Local variables, global variables. Closers, decorators, generators, iterators, monkey patching. So this is the content of functions. If you understand these functions, then only you can understand which one. What is this? If you know that functions, then only you can understand which one. Object orientation. Okay, functions belongs to object orientation. Okay, so functions you have to concentrate. Okay, so functions. So what we are talking about is a functions. So actually Python is a multi-paradigm. Python is what here? Multi-paradigm. Multi-paradigm programming language. Yes. Python is a multi-paradigm programming language. Multi-paradigm programming language. So in Python we can write programs. In Python we can write programs using different programming paradigms. Different programming paradigms or approaches. In Python we can write programs using different programming paradigms or what? Approaches. Different programming paradigms or what? Approaches. Okay. So Python is a multi-paradigm programming language, and in Python we can write programs using different programming paradigms. Different programming paradigms are what? Approaches. So you can write it by using which programming? Procedural. You can write it by using procedural oriented programming, and it is called as which one? POP. You can write it by using which one? Object oriented programming, which is called as OOP. You can write it using procedural oriented programming, and that procedural oriented programming is called as which one? POP. And you can write it using which one? Object oriented programming, and that is called as what? O. In procedural oriented programming, paradigm, instructions are organized. Instructions are organized by dividing into, instructions are organized according to their operations, by dividing into small, by dividing into small pieces, by dividing into small pieces, and sorry, the small pieces, these small pieces are called subroutines. The small pieces are called which one? Subroutines, or these are called as subroutines, or these are called as which one? Functions. So how you are writing a program in procedural oriented programming? You are writing a program in procedural oriented programming by organizing the instructions by dividing into small pieces, and each piece of program is called as which one? Function. But anyway, we'll see what is a function and what is the need of writing a function, or what is the advantage of writing the function, because it's a new topic, right? So tomorrow we'll start how to write a function and what is the advantage of writing the function. But not today, we'll see tomorrow this, right? So thank you, we'll see tomorrow.